G'day battlers, and today we're doing some Toxic Cup battles up against X3D, X Captain Timo, and MKBLK, and later in the video. Now we have Licky up against this trash Wormadam here. So we're obviously, Earthquake would be very nice to land, Body Slam isn't going to do much at all. So they end up getting a charge move off first, which we were expecting. It is an Iron Head, so we can tank that. And we've charged up to the Earthquake and are throwing the Body Slam, so hoping to bait a shield out, and we do get the shield, so absolutely fantastic start. And now we're hoping to get up to the Earthquake and throwing it. It looks like they might have been counting or just kind of had a feel for it, or charged up a charge move then switch, but they end up catching the Earthquake with the B barrel. That's how you're supposed to say it. So I'll try to say B barrel for the rest of the video, and I mean, maybe I'm still wrong. And we were kind of like, oh, maybe we can water gun down, but it was just becoming clear that it was going to get a charge move off. Didn't realize it was going to be a Hyper Fang, so we were kind of in panic mode going, this is not good, can we even water gun down? Got scared and then threw the surf, so not expecting a shield to come up, but it actually does come up. So they've burnt both shields here and are actually able to get another charge move off because of that. We end up shielding knowing that our quick move will then go through and they'll go down. So basically giving us switch advantage for the cost of one shield. So we actually also still have shield advantage, so definitely great for us. And we're actually able to get the surf off and bring in the Gliscor. Gliscor going to be very weak to this surf. Does a whole lot of damage, so basically that's just the best thing that could have happened. Now, we don't really have a great thing to bring in here, so we're like, okay, we'll bring in Wormadam, switch into Licky, hoping to catch the charge move, but doesn't catch the charge move, ends up having them switch back into Wormadam. Now, we don't really have to worry about any of Wormadam's charge moves. None of them are going to be destructive to us. And we're kind of thinking, well, they've actually got Confusion and we have Bug Buzz on ours, so kind of even there. And we end up throwing the Iron Head just to keep a little bit more health on our Wormadam in the end. Does survive with the Sliver, but isn't able to get another charge move off, so definitely good for us. And then in comes the Gliscor. Now this is what we were saving our shield for, so in case this was an Earthquake, but even if it was an Ice Slash, we should be able to take it down. Actually gets the buff, but it's just too late there. Maybe if it got a buff earlier in the match, or if it wasn't hit with that surf. If it wasn't hit with that surf, it could be a very different game, but yeah, that's just how things played out. So going into the next battle, bring in Hippo down. I haven't figured out how you're actually supposed to say this one. Hippo down, Hippo don. Getting a great matchup with Firefang doing a lot of damage to Heracross. Opponent switches into B barrel. I'm still saying it. So we counter switch into Toxicroak. We're a little slow, so they've got a bit of energy going on. We shield up the surf, and then we're like, oh, can we counter down? Maybe not. So we decide to throw the Mud Bomb just to be safe. Kind of just something that I should be kind of learning whether I can or cannot get things or make things happen just through practice, but ends up getting into this fighter mirror match. I'm pretty sure counter is going to be resisted on both sides, or at least neutral at best. Not super effective either way, but ends up shielding the Sludge Bomb, which is definitely what they had to do. Maybe we could have gone for double Mud Bomb, but we end up bringing in Golbat. Not really scared about any of the charge moves coming our way, and it is a close combat, which isn't going to do much at all, and bring the defense down. So once this, presumably another close combat comes through, and it is, Heracross is going to go down. So we have lost a fair bit of health to that double close combat, and in comes Skuntank, so we don't really have a great answer to Skuntank here, so we're like, alright, we'll just throw the Shadow Ball, do some amount of damage. It's got the Dark typing, but Shadow Ball still just a very potent move. So we're like, hey, we'll roll with it. And now throwing the Poison Fang, hoping to just kind of get some more sort of chip damage in on the Skuntank, bring it down a little lower. Ends up burning a shield, which is definitely pretty good for us. And we get this Body Slam. So we just needed one more Fire Fang and we had the Body Slam. So we're able to shield up the Crunch and then this Body Slam, because we clicked it at the same time, it was CMP tie. Body Slam is going to go through before they can switch out or whatever. So take out the Skuntank, and that actually gets us the game. For some reason I kind of had in my head there was another Pokemon in the back, but that just definitely secured it, because they could have had double Crunch maybe. I just wanted to click the charge move before another one came through. Now we win the lead hard there with Toxicroak versus Munchlax. In comes the Gliscor, so we bring in B barrel. Still saying it. I'm probably going to say still saying it like through the whole video. But anyway, ends up eating a Night Slash and gets the boost again, twice in a row, which is not what we want to see at all, especially because he's still got so much health left, and our B barrel is starting to wind down health-wise. So kind of thinking what we can do here, decide that we should probably shield up and then hope to do some more damage with the water guns. Ideal world, get a surf off maybe, but wasn't looking great. Now we have to decide whether we want to keep switch advantage. We decide that we'll burn the shield to keep switch advantage just because the Toxicroak versus Munchlax matchup was so good. We do have to be a little bit worried about the Bulldoze from the Munchlax now, but throwing the surf, turns out it is just the opposing B-Barrel. Burns that shield, which is definitely good, but now we have Toxicroak, which is good against both of their remaining Pokemon, B-Barrel and Munchlax, and Trash Wormadam, which doesn't really have a great spot. Again, we were trying to catch the charge move. They do end up throwing the charge move anyway. We're just kind of going, hey, we'll bring in Toxicroak, do some good damage to the B-Barrel, and then kind of not take too much health, eat up their energy maybe, end up throwing the Iron Head, which isn't going to be a great move up against Munchlax, so probably maybe not the best play, although I'm not sure how much Psybeam does. The moveset that you should be running on Wormadam generally is the Iron Head and Bug Buzz, so yeah, Psybeam, I don't think I've actually used Psybeam yet, like in any of my practice battles, but able to get another, almost take out the Munchlax, and he's got so much energy at this point that this is actually where we made a mistake. We should have clicked the charge move straight away to deny the Bulldoze coming through. So if we got the CMP tie, I'm pretty sure Toxicroak would have the higher attack stat and would have got it through first, and then taken out the Munchlax before it got the Bulldoze off. Maybe had a bit more of a chance there. But anyway, going up against MKBLKN now, Mukablukin. We've got Drapion with Ice Fang up against the B-Barrel. We're going to be going straight for the crunch, I think. We're just kind of seeing what we had in the back, see what we do. Actually, both Toxicroak and Linoone would have pretty good matchups up against B-Barrel, so maybe it might have been worth switching, keeping Drapion for like a flyer of some kind. Once his lag comes through, gets the crunch through. I'm not sure if there was like an attempted shield and lag denied it, or if it just wasn't shielded. He's able to get this surf off regardless, which does do a lot of damage to Drapion. Drapion, luckily for us, able to hang on with a sliver of health to take it down. In comes Piloswine, so we get switch advantage here. We're going to bring in the Toxicroak, because Toxicroak can do a very nice job up against Piloswine. Instant switch, kind of instant switch, it wasn't that quick, but we switch into Linoone up against the Golbat, which isn't a great matchup because we don't have Thunder. If we had Thunder, it would be a brilliant matchup, I think, but as is, Shadow Claw isn't doing heaps of damage. It's kind of doing like more than I expected, to be honest. But we end up just eating a Poison Fang. Shadow Ball would obviously be resisted by Linoone, but Linoone doesn't seem like he can tank too many Poison Fangs. Eating a Shadow Ball there though, and yeah, not very effective. We charge up a little bit past the Grass Knot to maybe make him think that it's another Thunder. Just a Grass Knot though, and does burn the shield, which is definitely nice for us. Is able to take us out before we get another charge move off. We have 2 shields here, so we bring in Toxicroak, able to get this Sludge Bomb off onto Golbat, which I don't think will finish it off, but it'll definitely get it close. Yeah, gets it close, and then have to shield up a charge move here. It is probably just a Poison Fang, which wouldn't do too much, but Toxicroak very squishy, and we still have 2 shields to use, so really just should use them. And here comes the second shield, and then so we're hoping that we'll be able to just feint down the Piloswine with counter, and then just throw the Mud Bomb at the Golbat to just finish it off. Golbat's pretty low, has the poison typing, so even though it's got the flying typing where ground would be resisted, it is super effective to the poison, so I guess it's single resisted, but anyway, it is able to take it out, and that is GG's there. So moving on to the next battle, trying out a couple different picks. We've got Steelix in the lead here against something that Steelix does not want to see at all. Unfortunately, also Hippowdon, which we also have, is also weak to B-Barrel. So we're like, alright, well I guess we'll bring in Golbat. We charge up to the Shadow Ball, throw the Poison Fang, hoping to burn a shield again. And we do successfully burn a shield, so definitely nice for us. Gonna let this one coming through, thinks it's just a Night Slash. Yeah, doesn't do much damage at all to Golbat, although I guess Dig do probably less. So Night Slash probably the correct move to go for. Going for the Shadow Ball here, and does do a very nice chunk of damage to the Gligar. Hoping to be able to feint down the quick attacks. Another charge move coming through. It would take us out though. We just go, hey, whatever. We'll just let it come through and bring in another Pokemon to try and charge some energy. Maybe like Steelix to get an Earthquake or something close to an Earthquake up against the B-Barrel. Because that's kind of our only shot at taking it out. Landing like an Earthquake on it of some kind. So we've charged up a little bit of energy, and then presumably B-Barrel comes back in. Looks like we're going straight for the Earthquake. We're going to have to shield up the Surf here, and we do have the 2 shields still remaining, so we've got shields to burn. End up lagging, and we take a bit of damage in that lag there, so definitely not the best case for us. Lag definitely got the better of us. end up throwing the Earthquake because we weren't sure how close it was to the surf with the lag. Shield to the surf, and then we switch at the same time. So we bring in Hippo down versus Steelix. We decide to use this shield just to kind of we're kind of thinking, okay, well, if the Earthquake didn't work, our one play is like the Earth Power of some kind. So ideally we would like get one Earth Power off onto the B barrel, but unfortunately Steelix was just charging up too quick, or rather the Fire Fang wasn't taking it down quick enough. So like, alright, well we have to use an Earth Power here, and unfortunately we end up CMP tying with that Body Slam, so we don't get the Body Slam through. We should have really chipped down the B barrel a little bit more, and then we almost get to this crunch, and again, CMP tie. CMP tie just wrecks this entire battle for us. It's gone. Obviously CMP not the only thing at fault. The lineup was not exactly the best, to say the least. But now we're bringing Haunter. Haunter running not Shadow Punch, but Shadow Ball and Sludge Bomb. So most Haunters obviously are going to have the Shadow Punch, but based on Emzal's Rose Cup run, I did put Sludge Bomb on mine. You can check that out if you want. I'll link it like up there. But landing the Shadow Ball is definitely huge for us here. Basically destroys the Gligar. We can shield up this charge move, and then we'll be able to Shadow Claw it down. So definitely in a very good spot. One Pokemon for one shield. I think that is a pretty good trade. And in comes B-Barrel, and we're going to be able to get another Shadow Ball off. So it's either going to do a lot of damage or burn that shield. I expect the shield to come up, and one does. Switch into Toxicroak, because Toxicroak obviously going to have a great time up against B-Barrel. Maybe going to have to burn the shields, but you know, we can burn a shield. We end up just letting this Surf come through, which does do a lot of damage, and then in comes Toxicroak from the other side to finish us off before we can get a charge move off. So ideally we would have like thrown the Mud Bomb, have it shielded. Yeah, so we brought in the Haunter to just eat up the energy basically, which is like, hey, you're done, you've thrown 2 Shadow Balls, you're doing pretty well. Bring in the Wormadam, hoping that we don't really have to worry too much about any of Toxicroak's charge moves. So we're like, alright, we'll let the Mud Bomb come through, hope that we can kind of just bug buzz down the Toxicroak. Not as good as Confusion. Unfortunately, we fall short of taking it out the quick moves. Shield at the Mud Bomb, and then he's still got a shield, so even getting this Iron Head off, I guess the only play would have been like if I had 2 Iron Heads ready to go. This one could be shielded and then I could get another one off, which I guess kind of close, but B-Barrel did get pretty low. I don't think even if I did the quick move instead of the charge move, I would have taken him out. So GG's to both opponents. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, especially that subscribe one, and I'll see you in the next Toxic Cup video. Yeah, I guess we'll just cut this one short here, but thank you to my patrons, Militan9458, brajSF, NegativeBen10 and NotRandyN3wman for supporting the channel. Thank you guys a lot. And yeah, cutting it short, so see you guys in the next Toxic Cup video. Bye.